Hello, everybody. I am Ben Garvin, and I am the guest on Josh Fratsky's YouTube channel. I hope you guys enjoy.
Hey guys, what's going on? Today, we are back. I know I've said that multiple times. I know I've said the whole, I'm going to be back eventually thing. I'm actually back. And I'm here with a co-host that you'll be seeing along the show a lot more. Ben Garvin. Say hi, Ben.
Hey, everybody. I'm Ben Garvin.
He's a Bengals fan. Ben the Bengals fan.
I got a necklace from my girlfriend for Christmas.
And so, what we're doing today, we're doing a playoff picture bracket, I guess. We're making the playoffs. We're going over the playoffs as the team right here on my hat made it, and this team right here did not. So let's just get into this. We'll do mine first. Me personally, the Cleveland Browns are headed to Houston. Actually, I'll end with that. The 2 and the 7 seed, Pittsburgh heads to Buffalo. Give me Mason Rudolph in the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Now, hold on. I've seen this stat. T.J. Watt, when he was playing, the Steelers are 66, 43, and 2.
Okay.
When he's not playing, they're 1 and 13.
Well, looks like it's the Bills it is. It was going to be the Bills anyways. Now, the Chiefs and the Dolphins heading in.
Give me Miami.
Stop. You stop that. You quit that right now. This is not your bracket. Heading into Arrowhead, right? It'll be below 0. We were just watching NFL Live up there on the big
That's right.
TV.
The weather factor.
It said it was going to be below 0.
But Mahomes can't throw anyways.
But you know what? He has no receivers. Give me Miami. And that sets up for a rematch.
Heading back to Arrowhead.
Reek's getting his revenge in Arrowhead. And then here.
I'm going to do the NFC side.
No.
Okay.
We each have our own brackets, though. And then we'll come back to them.
Then we're going to see the differences.
Yeah, we'll see the differences. Texans, Browns, they'll have to, whoever wins is going to have to head into Buffalo. Give me the Cleveland Browns. Joe Flacco has been on fire this year over his 5 games. He already has over 1,000 passing yards, 13 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. An 11-6 record for the Browns is enough to take down the 9-8. Enough to take down the 9-8 Houston Texans.
They lost to the Bengals last week.
Jeff Driscoll is our quarterback. Yes, I'll make excuses.
And Jake Browning was our quarterback. So
Jake Browning was your quarterback all year, bud. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, well, that's because Joe Burrow got
Now
hurt.
let's go ahead and move on to the NFC side, where we have some Titans.
Some Titans?
Some Titans.
Some tight ones?
No, some Titans. Some Titans, like the Eagles. They're a Titan, supposedly. The
The
Cowboys,
Eagles suck.
Packers are going to have to head into Dallas. It'll be a tough game for them. But I don't think Dak Prescott has it in him. I'm taking the Packers to win this one.
Okay.
I just think that there's a higher chance that Jordan Love will play like he did against Minnesota Sunday night on the day before.
New Year's Eve.
No, on New Year's Eve. I was going to say, was it the day before New Year's Eve or was it New Year's Eve? On New Year's Eve, where he took down the Vikings by 30, I believe. Excuse me. And I just think that his receivers, Jaden Reed will be back. He'll have all his receivers back. This team, their linebacking core will not be depleted anymore. Rashawn Gary's going to be back. Devontae Campbell's going to be back. And I don't think the Cowboys are going to have time to handle that, especially if Tyrone Smith is out, like they've been saying. Now, moving on to the 3-6 game, Matthew Stafford heading into Ford Field for his revenge game. And you know what? It's going to get a whole lot sweeter for him because I'm taking the Rams. The Lions have not looked so great at the back end of the season. And I think it'll be too emotional for them. I don't think that they're going to be able to do it. I think Matthew...
Did you just say they haven't looked good for the back half of the season?
No. The past few games. The back half of the season I'm talking, not the back...
They've lost 1 game in the past 5 games.
You listen here. I'm not talking the back 8. Yeah, I am talking the back 8. Take that.
Okay, maybe
losing
they lost
to Jordan
2 games.
Love's Packers. So I'm taking the Rams over the Lions.
They did just lose Sam Laporta.
And they did just lose Sam Laporta. He's right. So there goes their touchdown merchant.
But CD Deuce, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson's back. CJ Gardner-Johnson's back.
There you go.
There we go. It was tough. But
I'm
he's
going
back.
to take the Rams. Puka Nacua, Kyron Williams, Cooper Kupp. No one's stopping that. Except who we're going to talk about next. Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers. A Cinderella story. And it stops here. I'm taking the Philadelphia Eagles heading into Tampa Bay to win that one by a score of 27-21. Now here we go to the divisional round. I'm going to stay on the NFC side. Packers at Niners. Niners own the Packers in the playoffs. Give me the 49ers. Brock Purdy's going to throw for 300
The Niners
yards.
own every team in the playoffs except for the NFC
Except for the
Championship.
Rams. Except for the Rams.
The NFC Championship gets them.
You're right. Then the Eagles and the Rams. Whoever wins is going to have to head to San Francisco. And the Eagles, I think it really does depend on who is their starting receiver. Because A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith are hurt.
A.J. Brown might be out.
A.J. Brown might be out for the year. So, we'll see. In breaking news, Kawhi Leonard has signed an extension with the Clippers.
This is football, pal.
3 years, $153 million.
No one cares about Kawhi
That
Leonard
is
anymore.
wild.
Kawhi's kind of blows.
Exactly. That's why it's amazing to me that he got re-signed. Anyways, back to this. If Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown are playing, I'm taking them. I just don't think they will. Give me the Rams in the divisional round to head in to San Francisco to play the 49ers. And the Rams are going to the Super Bowl. I would never do that. The 49ers are heading to the Super Bowl as the clear 1 seed like everyone thought they would. Any thoughts on that? Any thoughts on my...
I do have thoughts on this NFC Championship game, right? Because I had to put $20 down for a family thing that I didn't know what was going on, and I got the 49ers.
So you're a fan of this?
So I'm a 49ers fan right now because, we beat the 49ers in the regular season. But
I got the Lions.
Yeah, the Lions are, you didn't pick the Lions to win the first round, so.
It's not a great scene for me. My $20 is going to...
Mine's going to go crazy, though.
Yours will go crazy.
220.
And then we're going to go take a peek at the divisional round in the AFC. The Browns and the Bills.
The Browns heading to Buffalo.
As much as I hate to say it, the Bills are moving on. And you know what? I think that the Ravens are going to face some injuries off their bye week. But I'm taking the Ravens.
Who do you think is going to get hurt?
Lamar Jackson is going to be Tyler Huntley taking the Ravens to the Super Bowl.
You think Tyler Huntley's going to beat the Dolphins?
Yes.
Tyler Huntley couldn't beat the Bengals.
3
times in a row.
All right, so after that, the Bengals and the Ravens in the AFC Championship.
The Bengals are not in the AFC Championship.
You're right. The Bills and the Ravens in the AFC Championship. And once again, we kind of have to do it. Josh Allen, I'm sorry, buddy. But you're heading to the Super Bowl. You're heading to Las Vegas to play the San Francisco 49ers. And let's be realistic. We all know what's going on here.
Josh Allen's going to get in the red zone and turn the ball over like he did last week.
There's an underdog fantasy prop. Betting on him for half a yard is like betting on him to throw an interception. It's guaranteed. Give me San Francisco in the Super Bowl. To win the Super Bowl, and there's our bracket.
Interception for 11 straight games.
This final score, we'll have a final score of 31-14 in the Super Bowl. Book it. The Niners are winning the Super Bowl. And now, Ben.
Now it's my turn?
Yeah.
Alrighty, fellas. Let's get her going.
You go ahead here, Ben.
I'm going to start over here. The last time there was a Cinderella run with the Cinderella quarterback, give me the Buccaneers.
Attaboy! Who was the Cinderella quarterback?
Joe Burrow. Because he came off an ACL tear. He won comeback player of the year. Baker Mayfield's got a comeback player of the year coming towards him.
Joe Flacco's a comeback player of the year.
All right, here we go. Lions, Rams. Stafford's coming back to Ford Field.
Yep.
Jared Goff playing the Rams. See, now, the Rams have kept their head coach, and the Lions have not. So the Lions don't have any remnants of Matthew Stafford in that coaching room. So they're going to have a tough time game planning. Although the Rams know exactly Jared Goff's play style because they coached him. And they went to the Super Bowl with him, and he lost 13-3.
Yeah, click one, man.
I'm talking. Okay, pal?
Okay, pal.
So now, the clear favorite is the Lions by 3.5. But I'm thinking Detroit's going to win because the tickets for the nosebleeds are $530.
Oh, they really not?
Yeah, because of the demand, because they haven't made the playoffs in, 25, 35 years?
Long. They made it in 2009. No, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
2013, something. They had Stafford and Megatron was there. That's all I know, and they made the playoffs. So he's going to take the Lions here.
That's what I said.
That's what he said.
You be nice.
Okay,
next we have the Cowboys and Packers. See, the last time the Cowboys and Packers played in the playoffs, Aaron Rodgers threw a little ball down the sideline with some seconds left.
Des Bryant.
That's not what I'm talking about. Aaron Rodgers threw the ball down on the sideline, and their tight end, 83, toe-tapped it and caught it right here, and Mason Crosby kicked the game-winning field goal. Do I think that's going to happen again? No. No, I don't.
Des Bryant caught it.
Des Bryant did not catch it.
Yes, he did.
The ball hit the ground. So, now we got Cowboys-Lions, right? And the Cowboys just can't make it past the divisional round. Give me the Lions.
You think Jared Goff's going to lead the Lions?
Jared Goff can throw the ball. And he doesn't need Sam Laporta because Amon St. Brown is pretty good. And Jahmyr Gibbs is a little check down. That's all he needs. I'm not even going to explain that one. Yeah. That's just,
Baker did everything he could.
And now.
Hey, no, you know what? Nick Bosa, he might not be in for that game.
Why?
Well, he'll be basking in his glory of Defensive Player of the Year. I'm kidding. No, he won't.
No, he won't because that doesn't get accepted until after this week.
Really?
The NFL honors things the Pro Bowl
well, I
week.
wasn't aware.
Can you believe this guy? You call yourself an NFL fan, you don't know what the NFL honors are?
I'm sorry that I don't pay attention to the NFL honors because my team never wins them.
Yeah, mine does. So, Jamar Chase
No, they
Rookie of the Year.
don't. No.
Jamar Chase Rookie of the Year, pal.
Keep
Come on now.
Keep going.
Come on now. And then Lions-Niners in San Francisco. I mean, I think that Brock Purdy's going to have another fall apart game. He's going to throw 3 interceptions. Give me the Lions in the Super Bowl. Okay, let's move to the NFC.
I think I know where he's going with this.
So now we're going to go with the Bills-Steelers. Sorry, too close. Too close.
Yep.
Bills-Steelers.
Give me the Steelers. Mason Rudolph's
No, I do not like the Steelers. So we're going to go with the Bills. The Steelers just can't get it done in the big moments. George Pickens is a little diva.
Pickens is a little diva.
All right, now we have
Free that man.
The Chiefs and the Dolphins. In Arrowhead, you said it's below freezing. Below 0.
But Tyreek Hill's played there before.
But Tyreek Hill also did not make it to the goal or to the end zone in the AFC Championship. Give me the Chiefs to win this game. Marquez Valdes-Scantling is going to have a comeback game.
How about Kadarius Toney? What about him?
KT's not even going to sniff the field. And Travis Kelce is finally going to have his good game. He's gonna have about.
And the Taylor Swift fans are going to crowd the field.
Now hold on,
let's go,
because
Kelce.
Marquez,
let's go, Kelce.
MVS is going to have about 111 yards and a touchdown, and Travis Kelce is going to have about 83 yards on 6 receptions and a touchdown.
It's not a breakout game.
He's going to have 2 touchdowns.
There you go.
He's going to have 2 touchdowns.
All right, moving on.
All right, now we have the Texans and Browns. Deshaun Watson's old team. D'Amico Ryans on the Texans.
D'Amico Ryans is a dog.
Deshaun's not playing. Joe Flacco in the playoffs. He's good, but he's no C.J. Stroud. Okay, and C.J. Stroud actually is getting Noah Brown back, his number 5 weapon.
Are we sure about that?
He is. Noah Brown's coming back.
Well,
Nico Collins had all of C.J. Stroud's yards in the first quarter of 100. Okay, so I think
is Nico Collins still hurt, though?
Nico Collins is not hurt.
Oh, that's a shame. Well, Grant Delpit is back for the Browns. They pulled him off the IR. We will see when he's back, because if he's back for that playoff game.
See, now I'm not taking the Browns.
I know.
The Browns cannot make it past the first round of the playoffs. They will not.
We did though.
No, but hold on, because they're gonna give. It's gonna be a close game. It's gonna be 17-21, right? You guys are gonna be on the 4-yard line, and you're gonna give the ball to Kareem Hunt. He's gonna try and juke left and then truck somebody, and then Jimmy Ward, if he's still on the Texans,
is
gonna punch the ball out. They're gonna get the ball. They're gonna knee it down. They win the game.
Me personally, Kareem Hunt's gonna dive over the goal line, hurdle a man, and win the Super Bowl.
He's gonna do all that, isn't he? Okay, Bills Chiefs. It's gonna be another shootout. Right, but instead of it being like a throwing shootout, Pacheco is going to really do all their work for him. And Travis Kelce's going to break off of his big game, right? Doesn't even matter. Give me Buffalo.
There is.
D'Amico Ryans
against
John Harbaugh.
Zach Moss. What's Zach Moss? Zach Moss on the Colts.
Yeah, you're dumb. It's Dalvin Cook's brother, James Cook.
James Cook. They finally figured out against the Cowboys to feed James Cook. We know where he's going with this, I believe.
Lamar in the playoffs. He's not that good. But this year, he's not playing at an MVP level, but he's the front runner because this year sucks.
Does suck. Deshaun Watson would have won it.
C.J. Stroud does not have the experience. He lost last year in the college football playoffs.
National championship on a playoff.
In the college football playoffs.
On a field goal. He's going to lose in a field goal again.
That would be crazy if Justin Tucker made the field goal, or if his kicker misses the field goal again, like he did against the Jags. He hit it off the front post. See, me personally, I wouldn't have even been on the field, but
yeah.
Ravens Bills. Now, what do we think, audience? They can't talk back to me.
No. Put it down below in the comments who's winning the Super Bowl. You just let me know.
See, now, my heart wants to go with Buffalo.
But your brain is right.
But, see, the thing about the Ravens is you can't game plan for
Around Lamar.
Lamar, right?
Nope.
Lamar and Dak, not Dak. Lamar and Josh Allen are kind of similar, but Josh Allen has a bigger arm, but Lamar's more accurate and he makes better decisions.
Yeah, and when Josh Allen runs, he kind of runs like Isaiah Pacheco.
Josh Allen runs hard. He runs hard, but he doesn't run efficiently. Is what I'll say. Because Lamar, he slides down. He doesn't take the hits.
Not Josh Allen.
Josh Allen goes
Josh
through
Allen's
it.
So hurt.
Yeah, and he's like Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson would have slid. He would have said, "It'll be on my fantasy."
AR-15 comeback player of the year.
Would have been on my fantasy team. Okay, pal. Joe Burrow's coming back, so it's not. He's gonna win MVP.
Deshaun Watson, comeback player of the year next year.
Joe Burrow MVP.
Book it. Put it in the books right now.
Alrighty, and now we have. Where's it at? Las Vegas. We have the Lions heading to Las Vegas against the Ravens.
My dad's gonna be there. Not at the Super Bowl. I wish he was. He's gonna be in Las Vegas.
They're doing what?
Vacation, I guess. I couldn't tell you. You keep going.
This is a toughie.
It is a toughie indeed.
You know, there's somebody on YouTube. He goes by the name of MMG. I don't know if you know him or not. And Matthew Maher is going to have a field day when this Super Bowl happens. He's going to be living it up. He's going to be partying it up. Just to be disappointed with a 35-6 blowout win for the Ravens in the Super Bowl. Getting it done.
That's that. That's the facts. You go ahead and book it. What's the score? 35-6?
35-6.
35-6. Here's the man's bracket. Take a closer look at that. He's got the Chiefs taking on the Dolphins, the Bills taking on the Steelers, the Texans taking on the Browns.
They're going to take them on. That's known.
The Browns aren't losing.
Okay, even if I change this.
If you change it, then it's obvious.
Okay, now hold on. If I change that.
If you change that, then your entire
this
bracket
changes something. Because I would still take the Bills over the Chiefs. But
January Joe
Flacco going against his old team.
The scriptwriters couldn't put it any better. But then if it's the scriptwriters, then the Niners are moving to that Super Bowl, right?
The Lions are still in it. Don't even mess with the NFC.
Okay, I'm not touching the NFC.
As much as it pains me to do, I would take the Browns over the Ravens in the playoffs. Because when they played in the regular season and
we split.
No, hold on. This is what I'm talking about. When you guys were down by a lot at halftime and Deshaun Watson tore his shoulder or something, and he still played the entire game, and the Ravens defense let him win, and the Ravens had Mark Andrews at that point.
They don't have Mark Andrews anymore. And I will say, you Ravens fans out there, I know a couple of them.
The one in 9th grade that likes to harass me.
We'll talk about it later. Anyways, back to what we were talking about. The first game that the Browns played, they lost 23-8, right?
The Bengals,
40, right?
when Joe Burrow was hurt in week 2, they had a slug out with the Ravens that Joe Burrow threw a pick on the goal line to lose the game. But I was at Popeyes for that game. Actually, I threw my phone down in anger.
Love Popeyes.
I do too.
Not sponsored. Hey, Popeyes.
I could go for some chicken strips from Popeyes.
Even better. We have chicken strips from Casey's. Also not sponsored.
Don't touch my food.
I wish. Anyways, when the Browns played the Ravens in the first game,
the thing about
it was DTR. It was Dorian Thompson-Robinson, and he didn't know the game plan. He just found out he was playing that morning.
Here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to chew really fast.
So I think that the Browns are going to end up taking down the Ravens because they had Mark Andrews.
So here's the thing.
The defense was dominant.
It is likely that their tight end is going to do bad. That's what it did there. Isaiah Likely.
I see what he did there.
It's very likely that the Browns are going to beat up on the Ravens because the thing about it is Joe Flacco, he likes to throw the ball a lot, and he has some questionable decisions, but he puts it where his receivers can make a play.
He's right. He does.
And Joe Flacco is a dog in the playoffs. I don't know if you
January Joe, baby.
February Schmo.
Yeah, he's right.
And but they did win the Super Bowl in that blackout. The Ravens cheated, by the way.
But they still had Ray Lewis and Ed Reed.
When they
two of the greatest.
When the Ravens went to that Super Bowl, when I went to the game, the Ravens-Bengals game, when Joe Burrow got hurt on Thursday Night Football at 9:23 Eastern Time, I was yelling at people in the stands. It's like, y'all cheated. And then they were like cussing at me and everything, so I was just making fun of them. And Joe Burrow made a throw to T. Higgins on the first play of the game. And I was like, your quarterback could never. And this guy was just cussing at me and everything. But that leads me to my point that they had to cheat to win that Super Bowl because San Francisco had the momentum.
And they had the blackout, so to stop the momentum. Yes, you're right. I remember this scandal. Yep. I was 3. Keep going.
Exactly. Preach. But
Preacher.
here's my thing. If we're going for the Bills and the Browns, there is no way that the Browns are going to Buffalo and winning a football game.
You're right. There's no chance.
Because the defense... Okay, actually, this changed. I just thought of something. Myles Garrett has been non-existent for the past 5 weeks. Right?
4. I'd give it 4.
Last year, too, he did this.
Because, okay, in my defense, in his defense, I'm defending him. In that Jets game on Thursday Night Football when we clinched the playoffs, he was getting triple-teamed.
Trey Henderson gets double-teamed, and he still has 17.5 sacks on the season.
Myles Garrett forced a pick 6.
Okay, but Trey Henderson missed 3 games.
Let's keep going.
T.J. Watt missed none, and Trey Henderson only missed him by 1.5 sacks.
Let's keep going. He's taking the Lions.
I'm taking the Lions this time. Here's my thought process. See, we're going to Las Vegas. The Bills have to travel all the way across the country. So does Detroit. But Detroit plays in a domed stadium.
And that's yep.
Jared Goff in a domed stadium averages 303 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception on the season. When there's not a domed stadium, he averages like 202 yards or something like that and 3 picks. You heard it here, folks, fellas.
Well, there's that. That's the facts.
And they're playing in a domed stadium. And this stadium is not domed. But the thing about it is, the Lions have Jack Campbell, who's had a pretty good year. And he's going to lurk Brock Purdy. He's going to lurk Brock Purdy. And
breaking news, Alabama head coach Nick Saban calls it quits.
Did he actually?
Nick Saban is retiring from coaching college football.
Oh, we got so much breaking news, yo. Dog. Swag.
Wow. All right.
Yep.
Back to the...
On a side note, you see Callaway brought out a new driver?
I did see Callaway brought out a new driver.
The AI Smoke Paradigm.
Yeah, I'm very excited. It's going to be $500, so I do not plan
It's
on
actually $700.
Yeah, I don't plan on purchasing
Yeah, I'm not going to purchase it until like 2 years from now when it's like $300.
I don't have that kind of money. All right, back to let's focus.
Now back to Matthew Maher, MMG on YouTube.
Yep.
He's going to be living it up, right? And Josh Allen cannot perform when it matters most.
He's right. Look at the AFC Championship a couple years ago. 13 seconds.
That was not his fault.
Well, yes, it was because they didn't score in overtime. Oh, yes, they did. No, they didn't because it was 1 score. Yeah.
They didn't get the ball in overtime.
Their defense sucks.
They're also banged up. That defense is banged up.
Defense is banged up. Matt Milano's not there. Pretty sure he's hurt.
Correct.
Bro. Hey!
See, now, if we're changing this, right, that changes everything if the Browns make the playoff. If the Browns win out of the first round. And then I'm still taking the Lions to win the Super Bowl over the Browns.
That's fair.
Because
the Battle of 0-16.
That would be kind of crazy if this happens, right? But
it's not going to happen.
It's going to be a Cinderella story if it does.
Ben, you know we're trying to be realistic here, right?
Well, I'm saying if this happens right here, this is realistic.
Okay.
Maybe that. But the Browns would win over the 49ers.
Okay, so what's your final prediction, man? Bro.
Oops.
Bro. All right, there
we go.
That's the fact. He's the Ravens winning the Super Bowl. Book it 35-6.
That's right.
35-6. Matthew Maher will be very disappointed. That's the fact. There it is. Take another closer look at it. Take a look at that. You know, every round of the playoffs, we will be back reviewing this.
Seeing how it goes.
Seeing who won and who has the closest bracket. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate the fact that you guys have stuck with me this far. Peace.
I am Ben Garvin, and I will see you fellas in the next one.